and welcome back. Welcome back. You've missed some great entertainment from Baby Wants Candy. You can check them out on YouTube. And actually, from the previous days, all the shows are on YouTube. So yeah, just get on the old internet, mate. So before we bring on our amazing Hairy Mary, she is an amazing cook. The food she makes is just so wonderful. Now, before we bring her on, I actually have two fantastic comedians. Now, this first one has actually completed a degree in IT. Now, it says IT here, but that could be Stephen King's It. So maybe she's got a degree in murderous clowns. I don't know, but I'll ask her a bit more about it. And within 14 months of starting stand-up, she became #1 out of 5 top comedians from The Sun's fabulous magazine. So that's pretty bloody good, I think. So let's bring her on. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Njambi McGrath!
Hello. Wow. This is amazing. Yes, my name is Njambi, and let me start off by saying, yes, I am from Africa, and I actually came by plane. I have to justify my mode of transport, people. And it's so weird when you come from Africa, because, like, I did a gig in London. It was a corporate gig, and I met some diplomats, and one of them, the first question he asked me is, where are you from? Kenya, I said. Second question he asked me, what are the HIV rates in Kenya? And I was like, oh my God, I didn't bring them with me. What am I like? And then I remembered I did actually bring them with me. It's crazy because when you know, looking like this, I get a lot of hustle at airports. And they always ask awkward questions. Why are you white in your passport picture? And I'm like, people change. And of course, the Europeans came to Africa to civilize us. And every time I get stopped at a European airport and they ask me, what is the purpose of your visit? I always say civilization. It worked. And I always think that people are going to get very excited and say, oh, very, very civilized, good work. But what I found out was that eventually it's always the wrong question. They're always, I can't even say it now. So much excited. But it's so weird when you come from Africa and you come to Europe, because the portrayal of Africa by the Western media is just awful. Wouldn't you agree? It's truly awful. And there's always these commercials, like they'll be doing a commercial of a little boy, and they'll be saying something like, this is Nkrumah. He's 2 years old, and he's drinking dirty water that's going to kill him. And I'm like, so stop him. Don't just stand there filming him. It's crazy, and it's always so derogatory. And there's always somebody saying, we are going to build another well in Africa. And Africans are going, Wi-Fi. Please, just make it Wi-Fi. You guys must think that we're actually horrible in digging. It's crazy. But you guys look like the type of crowd that are into African politics. Yeah. Woo! So last year, Nigeria had a president called Good Luck. And you know that if your leader is called Good Luck, you need it. That's like having a pilot called Fingers Crossed. Or a sergeant called Oops. But you know what? I have so much respect for Nigerians, because if you wake up in the morning and you go to the polls and you choose someone called Good Luck, good on you. At least you know exactly what you're getting. And this is why I think David Cameron should have just called himself Fuck You. Thank you very much. That's a handy tip for the next time you go to the polls. Thank you very much.
Njambi McGrath, everybody! Come on, Njambi. Get involved. You had a career in IT. Is that IT the computers or the murderous clowns?
It was actually computing.
Computing?
Yes. I think I just turned up the wrong lecture, and I ended up with a degree in computing.
I mean, you have a degree. That's great.
Yes.
I have a degree in theatre arts. Look where I am now. I've made it.
Yes.
I've made it, actually. Mum, Dad, I'm here.
There you go. This is what I should have done. Just done something. But you see, theatre is not much recognized back home. Like my father was, you have to be a doctor. So I'm
Yeah,
on
but
the way to being
you're
a doctor.
of comedy.
Yes.
Okay, well, actually, what made you want to do comedy?
It was purely accidental because I was so good at IT, brilliant. I was just the best in IT that I left. And I started teaching childbirth classes, which is kind of similar. And my ego is very big, by the way. I know we are supposed to have a small ego coming from Africa, but my ego is huge. So when I was teaching these classes, I just didn't want anybody to be bored in the class. So I wrote stand-up. And the people would come expecting a baby. They're all pregnant, thinking, oh my God, she's going to tell us how to breathe. And I would start by doing stand-up. And one man came to me afterwards and said, why don't you just do stand-up? Because clearly this is what you want to do. And I did.
So you have that man to thank.
I absolutely thank this man.
Do it.
Yeah.
Let's look into camera.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, the man. I can't remember.
Yeah, the man.
I hope the birth went well.
How many times have you played at the Edinburgh Festival?
This is going to be my 4th Fringe.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And do you like it?
I love it. Oh, I absolutely love the hills. I'm used to walking. So
we do lose a lot of weight while we're at the Edinburgh Fest. All of us comedians, we just look so gone by the end of it. No more.
I know, it's incredible. See, coming from Africa, and I know this is so cliche because we are supposed to be walking for long distances. But I know, but I do walk for long distances here in Edinburgh.
And so does your Kenyan background, does that influence your comedy?
Totally.
Yeah.
Somebody once said to me, talk about what you know, and that's all I know.
And in a way, that must be nice, because it means that I don't actually know any Kenyan comedians in the UK.
That's because I am the only one.
You're the only one!
Yeah.
Which means that you have like a USP. It's great.
Fantastic, yes. I love being different.
It's good to be different, isn't it?
But not after Brexit.
No, well, I know, I feel your pain. I'm technically not British, I'm French.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah,
so
great.
We're both going to have to leave.
I know, this is why I've got part of my hair is blonde, so that if things kick off, I can just turn my head and people will just think, yeah, she's fine, she's blonde, she can stay. So, yeah.
But McGrath, is that a Scottish name?
I think it's Irish.
You think?
I think it's Irish, because people ask me, how do you say McGrath? Is it McGrath or McGrath? And I say, I don't know, and I don't really care, because it's my husband's name.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So long as you say Njambi correctly, otherwise I get cross. But yeah, say McGrath, it's my husband, so.
Njambi, what's your show about this year?
Oh, my show is actually a very dark comedy, because a few years ago, I decided to investigate my very difficult relationship with my dad. He was a very difficult man. And I thought I would investigate why he was just so hard. And what I discovered was truly shocking. So much so that I decided to write a book about it. And I spent 3 years doing research for this book. And weirdly, I've been offered to do a PhD on the subject.
Another one?
Another one.
You're so greedy.
I know.
Coming over here, taking up PhDs.
I know.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Right, well, thank you so much. Guys, give it up for Njambi McGrath!
Thank you very much.
Njambi, if you don't mind, would you mind staying with us while I bring on the next guest?
I'm very happy to stay.
Well, Harry Mary, our wonderful cook, is coming up in part 3. Okay, so have you ever eaten any of Harry Mary's food?
Has it got hair in it?
No, she's better than that. She's better than no.
No, fantastic.
But for now, please give it up for Sophie William! Sophie! How's it going? Whoop, whoop. Hi, Sophie. Please grab one of the microphones.
Thanks.
Now, so what's your last name, Sophie?
Willan.
Willan, yeah, because as soon as I said it,
You've said
you
William
looked at
and
me and you
Willan.
went, you are a beep.
No, I get it a lot. I don't know why, because it's quite simple to spell, but it confuses people.
I
so
think
you're
I
not
need
alone.
glasses, in all fairness.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Oh, well.
How's
don't
your
worry.
fringe?
Yeah, good, actually. You having a good time?
I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's been all right, hasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, it's been good.
Week 1's nearly done, isn't it? So that's
I know,
always
it feels
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
I think that's the hump. That's where like we feel like it's going to go well, and then finally it just destroys us.
Yeah, yeah.
But so what's your show? What's your show title called?
My show title's called Sophie Willan, not William, Sophie Willan on Record. It's an hour-long show, and it's at Pleasance Courtyard, 4:45.
Perfect. And what is it about, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, no, well, that's what we're here to do, aren't we? So, yeah. Basically, when I was 23, 5 years ago, I got my records back from social services because I've been in and out of the care system. So this show explores those records. So I thought rather than tell you about me, I thought I'd tell people about me through the professional opinions that have been written about me.
Wow.
Why take my word that I'm fabulous, you know what I mean?
And what made you want to get into comedy?
I don't know, really. I think my whole family have funny bones naturally, so I think it just sort of felt fitting for me, really.
Okay.
And I just like sort of finding the sort of optimism in the darker side of life, I suppose, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is this your first Edinburgh?
It's my first Edinburgh doing a stand-up comedy show. I have done theatre shows before.
Oh, so you did theatre before?
Yeah, sort of solo live art shows.
Do you think that they mix, or have you like taken what you learned from the theatre into your stand-up now?
I think so, yeah. I think there's elements of it. Well, mainly like the sort of cabaret and live art stuff I used to do. It's kind of quite anarchic, so I think that's definitely in the stand-up. And the kind of sense of a structure as well, I'd say, is in the stand-up. Yeah, the last show I did here, there was a theatre show. It's kind of a rural touring theatre show, so quite different to this.
Okay, cool. That's great. So what time, remind us, what time and where?
4:45, Pleasance Courtyard, The Cellar.
Perfect. Well, both of you, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Give it up for both of them!
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, in part 3, we have the wonderful Harry Mary cooking up a storm, and we'll have Suze with the news, and then we'll have Andy Askins and Mark Dolan. It'll be great. Please follow us at edfest_live. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of part 1. 2, 2.